News alert to begin this hour of America Reports, and we have got some really sad news to pass along to the nation. Dolly Parton, the country music icon who broke every barrier known in the music industry, has passed away at the age of 80. It's well known that she's been in ill health for the last number of months. Her family says that she passed away peacefully at her home in Nashville today. You'll remember that her beloved husband, Carl, to whom she was married for 59 years, passed away last year. Dolly mourned his passing, tried to move on with life, but then was beset with some health issues. And she has now passed from this world. According to the family, she will be laid to rest quickly in a small ceremony. But Sandra, what a way to start off this hour. We interviewed Dolly on this program not too long ago. You know, she was a friend of the show. We had her on a number of times. I took the family to Dollywood a couple of years ago, you know, saw the story of her life in the Dollywood displays there. And I mean, there's just no words to say how sad we are that this has happened.
There was immediate gasps and tears on set here, John, when we got the news. And there was not a person I know who just didn't absolutely love Dolly Parton. She was a global icon, a humanitarian, overall just good person, John. Yes, we were blessed to interview her several times on this show, a friend of the program. She was known to the world as a beloved singer, songwriter, philanthropist, actress, playwright. She died peacefully today there, as you mentioned, in Nashville, Tennessee. She was 80 years old, John, preceded in death by her beloved husband of 59 years, Carl Thomas Dean. We pray for her, and she will be so dearly missed, John.
Yeah, I remember, gosh, it was last year, I guess, that we spoke to her, and it was not long. It was just a couple of 3 months after Carl had passed away. And she said that that was a big piece of her life that was gone, but that she was going to put her efforts into opening up, you know, that new pirate show in Florida that she was investing a lot of money in. And it's a great pirate show as well as, you know, continuing to expand Dollywood and proceed with other projects as well. She was just one of those people, you know, who had an indefatigable spirit. And she never sat down, it would seem, for even a moment, you know, throughout her entire 80 years. You know, she was born in a very small town in Tennessee near Pigeon Forge, grew up with, I think, 11 or 10 other siblings. The family apparently never went hungry in those early days, but then she decided that she was going to set her sights on Nashville. And, you know, I guess suffered the slings and arrows of the music industry in the early going, but then suddenly hit it big and just never looked back from there.
7-decade career. And we know, John, she inspired so many, multiple generations of artists and fans. Also want to note she's godmother to Miley Cyrus. But she has fans all over the world. She has an unwavering commitment, as we always heard directly from her, to her fans. And she always said she believed she was truly put on this earth to make the world a better place. And John, I think about my small kids. They know so many Dolly Parton songs and absolutely love her music. Her songs just have continued to resonate with people of all ages. And I also just remember right now her philanthropic work and the lasting impact that will have. And I know that was truly one of her greatest joys, John. And she spoke so much about that throughout her life, just how important it was for her, as successful as she became, to give back.
Yeah, we're teeing up a bunch of people to help us remember Dolly Parton. But I guess, you know, she went to Nashville. She was sort of a child prodigy at that point, did a number of recordings, but it wasn't really until she hooked up with Porter Wagner that she really emerged as a megastar. And then it seemed that everything that she touched from then on in turned to gold, even when she made a turn into film for the show, the movie 9 to 5. For which she sang the title track. And she was just such a lovely, lovely person to talk to. Just talking to her made you feel good because she had such a sunny disposition, and she just had just brimming with optimism that there was always a better day ahead and that there was nothing that couldn't be done.
Good evening. This is Sky Saunders. I'm your host, Sky Saunders. Well, I was preparing all day to go in on the 25th anniversary of Aaliyah Houghton, her demise in a plane crash in the Bahamas in 2001. Then I get word that Dolly Parton, the white queen, has perished. On hood. Salute to you, Bumbleclot. If you don't say anything about Dolly Parton, you are lying ass. Everybody. I don't care if you're the most hood, gangster, Crip, Blood, GD, Kings, Latin King, nigga, you know who Dolly Parton was. I don't care. There ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. And partially because of, she allowed the cover for Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston maybe made $500,000 to $1 million off of that song. Dolly Parton probably made $50 to $60 million off of that song. So I Will Always Love You. They're doing a lot of tributes with her. That song always hit me when I was a little kid. I remember when that song so clearly coming on the radio. It always came on when I was going home with my mom and my sister, coming home to Delaware from New Jersey. Crib and Sky, no Dolly. Why do you keep saying I'm not a Crib? But I got a gang of niggas walking through my clique though, But anyway, everybody knows Dolly. I don't care who you are, what part of hello Dolly. I know that's what everybody says, but she had jokes. She had jokes about her breasts. She had jokes about the liposuction. She had jokes about her getting her lips done and her face raised and everything. She said that, there was a rumor going around for years that said that she insured her breasts. That never came true. That was never reality. But she always thought that was funny. It's been said, this has been alleged, that, during meetings, she would just take 60 seconds just to show off her breasts like that for all the guys in the room to focus on the breasts for 60 seconds and then get to the actual meeting. Like, that allegedly that happened. If it didn't happen, I'd be, surprised if it didn't happen. Because she was just that brassy, really whip smart, thoughtful, keen businesswoman. And this is my thing too. This is my main gripe. This is my thing. Against millionaires, not even, see, it's like, people are against, like, millionaires. It used to be like millionaires. Oh, the millionaires and the millionaires. Now it's like everybody's a billionaire now. And it's like, oh, the billionaires, the billionaires, the billionaires. She was damn near a billionaire. She had allegedly $650 million to her name. She was born in a shack, a one-room shack in Tennessee with 11 other, or maybe other 10, either 10 or 11 other siblings. That's a lot anyway. That's a whole lot. And her two parents. That's crazy. That shouldn't happen. That is an American story. That is an American success story. That is extraordinary. Brooklyn 10-9. Well, Brooklyn, salute to you, Brooklyn. Show us how. Show us how what? Show us how what? What are you talking about? I have to get to. I know I have. There's a lot of trials, but I was just gonna get to the deaths of these amazing women and see if I can tie them together. It's gonna be kind of crazy, but I'm gonna see if I can tie them together. Aaliyah and Dolly Parton. They died on the same day, 25 years apart. I'm gonna try to do this. But I just want to go in on that especially. I hate that. I hate that whole hatred of billionaires, because that's the thing. It's like, a millionaire. There's millionaires all over the place. There's like millions of millionaires. There's only a few thousand billionaires. So it's like the smaller amount of billionaires, it's okay. But, it's okay for the large amount of millionaires, but the small amount of billionaires, that's an issue. That's something wrong with that. There's always a great crime against that much of a fortune. They had to have done something horrible. They had to have sweatshops, which I think are great. I'm the first trillionaire. No, you're not the first trillionaire, Bumbleclot. Elon Musk was the first trillionaire. He was a trillionaire for about 3 hours. Then he got demoted because of the stock market. that stock market is crazy. It'll boost you, but sometimes it'll take you. Like he died earlier this year. Ted Turner, he was at like 10 to $15 billion. Then he lost it because of AOL Time Warner or something like that, and it produced him to like $3 billion. He said that hurt. That's gotta hurt. That's a weird thing, but that's gotta hurt when you go from 10 to 15 billion to 3 billion. Like that. That's a weird space to be in, because it's like you still got $3 billion, but you're not like 10 billion, 15 billion. Like you're not even. And what is $3 billion today anyway? I mean, what do you do? What do you get for $3 billion? Niggas got 10 billion, 20 billion, 100 billion, 300 billion. 3 billion ain't nothing. That's how much you pay for in gas money for your jet. That's how much you gas up the jet for. $3 billion. That's nothing. Ain't nobody trying to smoke on this Dolly pack. I'm telling you that you just reminded me. Smoke the Dolly packs. Everybody got to smoke them. I'm not smoking the Dolly pack, but if you got them, smoke them. Smoke that Dolly pack. Smoke that. He said, change the subject. This is why you have 2 viewers or 1. I guess so, but you're still in here. Why are you in here? Don't be in here. That's the reason why I have 2 or 1 viewers. Don't be in here, Champ Fisk. Simple as that. Heard that Dolly's breast had an insurance. No, they did not have an insurance policy. That was a rumor. That was spread about her. She cleared that up. Let me see if I can get it. While appearing on the Today Show, Parton was asked about the long-standing rumor that her breasts are insured for millions. It's not true about that, Parton stated. Years ago, was it Betty Grable or one of the great famous stars that was famous also for her legs? And at that time I said, well, maybe I should get my boobs insured since I'm famous for them. But it was just a joke. I didn't do that. So there you go. And that was 4 years ago. Not for, well, hey, see ya. I'm at 3 right now, so, and I'm moving up. I'm getting more views. I'm getting a lot more views now, so it's all good. So there you go. Yeah. So how can I tie Aaliyah to Dolly Parton? You really can't. I guess you really can't. I was just gonna say, she's hooping in heaven with Jesus. Yeah, she's in the bosom of Abraham. She's got the coat of many colors. That's a song that could make you tear up, because it's kind of reminds me of Ghostface. All that I got is you, and I'm so thankful I made it through. That's the kind of song like that makes you like, damn. It makes you wonder why. But she was saying how there was a bunch of rags and different things like that, and her mother sewed the rags together and put it on her, and she went to school and everybody's making fun of her, which is weird because I'm thinking, like, who else is really rich in that area at that time period during what was it? It must have been just after the Depression, right after the Depression, and it was in a very poor part of Tennessee. So I'm just wondering, who are the little kids snickering at her coat of many colors? Like, who has the gall to do that? And where are they now? Where did she go? She was an astronaut, as I'm taking from a metaphor from Mad Men. Bertrand Cooper. I can't remember his character. What's his name? I'm gonna look it up real quick. Hold on. All that I got is you, and I'm so thankful I made it through. I'm looking for him right now. Hold on. Where are we? It doesn't show who he is, though. What the hell? Doesn't show played by. Robert Morris. That's the actor's name, Robert Morris. He said that in the show about one of the actresses that died on the show. Thank you for the clip. I can't look at it right now. I'll look at it later. I call it Malibuya. Kyle Shanahan breaks silence on prostitution arrest of 949ers owner Jed York. Okay, thank you for that, Brooklyn. I'll look into that later. We're not talking about Jed York right now. No, that was yesterday. Hello, Scott. How are you today? I'm terrible, BB Green. How are you? I'm horrible. For many reasons. For many reasons. I'm terrible. But, you know, I was going to go, did he not locked up? He's locked in. Ooh, I like that. He's locked in. That's dope. I like that. Did he not locked up? He's locked in. Kind of like that. He's not locked up. He's locked in. That kind of resonates. Yeah, so it's a strange place to be in. It's kind of weird to like say that Dolly Parton is dead, but everybody gotta die. You know, people die every day, B. We all gonna die. I'm gonna die. Everybody on this, you know, this live chat's gonna die. It's just when and how you celebrate life, how you enjoy life, because that's the reality. It's like you shouldn't be afraid. You know, that's what I like about for the most part Halloween. I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful thing. There's parties. There's, you know, there's trick or treating. I mean, trick or treating is kind of like extortion, but you know, what I mean. You know, like what do they call it? The trunk or treat. Trunk or treat. I like that. There's no like, can I have some candy or I'll beat you up kind of idea. It's just like you go to a trunk and you get some candy. Like it's nobody getting hurt. Nobody, no extortion. No, you know. Smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down my underwear. There's nothing like that. Nothing like that. But you know, like I said, parties, because it's making fun of death. It's making fun of and enjoying and embracing life. That's all the scary costumes and the weird, you know, movies and the horror movies and everything. They're a celebration of life. They're a celebration of living. They're a celebration of going into, you know, knowing that you're going to die. But saying, hey, you know what, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to enjoy the best parts of living. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I have the best life possible. That's what's so great about things like Halloween and things of that nature. And more serious occasions like Memorial Day, which used to be like, or supposed to be serious, you know, people use that for hot dogs and mattress sales. But it's really about to remember the fallen veterans of past wars. And we have a lot of wars. We got a lot of wars. Okay? We got a lot of wars. Okay? A lot of wars. A lot of wars. Okay? We got a lot of wars. Hello. We're in the building. Hold on. Let me get her up. Hold up. Gotta do this. Subscribe to Z Therapy Holly Correnti on YouTube for all your Zumba needs. Move and groove to the rhythms and tell friends and family members to join in too. Tell her Silly Sky sent you. That is the truth. Anyway, how are you doing, Holly? I'm here for it. Yes, you're here for it. I was trying to do a show about Aaliyah. I think anybody in our I'm closest generation. We're very close. Holly's right on the doorstep of millennial. She is a Gen Xer, but she's more so attuned to the millennials. She's right like at the doorstep of millennials, so she knows what I'm talking about. So she knows who Aaliyah was. Some people don't know who Aaliyah was. They understand her through her music. She has influence. She influenced Drake. She influenced all these, you know, tons of people. She influenced a lot of people. Sad to say, you know, she passed away. It's a shame. 25 years ago, the plane was overloaded. It was 700 pounds overweight. See, I did my homework. I was doing work. I put in work. I said, okay, I'm going to do Aaliyah. I'm going to make sure I get my show together tonight. I'm going to do Aaliyah, 25 years. Then I said, wait a minute, this beautiful white woman died and she has to be recognized first. because this is a trending topic first of all, and then she's a white woman, so I have to get on the ball about that. So Holly says, "Yep, Aaliyah was on this day in history today." Yes, exactly. So I was gonna go hard. I was gonna go so deep into the pilot having traces of cocaine in the system and having having various alcoholic beverages in the system. I was gonna go in. I'm telling you, I traced all this back. I was going in. I was gonna say is how her brother wanted to carry on her legacy. I was gonna go in, but Dolly. It's all about, I don't care who you are. You could be the hoodest nigga in the block. You know Dolly Parton songs. And not even Whitney Houston covers. I'm talking about, and the interpolation. Run away with me to another place. I can't sing, but, Holly could sing it for me. I wish we had phone lines. One day we're gonna get phone lines so she can sing. Guess what? I met a black Republican tonight. Guess what? I played a Fox News clip tonight. I usually play left-leaning news clips, but I played a Fox News clip. Who Clarence Thomas? Shout out to we don't shout out. No, we salute. We don't shout out. Bumbleclot, salute to the hood. But like I was saying, the most gangster nigga in the block. Nigga on the block, most gangster nigga on the block knows and loves Dolly Parton songs. That's a fact. Crip, Blood, GD, Latin King, doesn't matter. They know who Dolly Parton is and love her songs. They know her catalog. They know she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think in 2023, and she made a rock album. Well, that's good. Hey, yeah, yes, you did. Islands of the Stream, yeah. I heard you sing Jolene. I didn't hear you sing Islands of the Stream, Holly. I'm not trying to correct you or doubt you or anything. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. I saw the clip when you sing Jolene, 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 Jolene. Let me see. No, someone canvassing for the hopeful Republican governor of Massachusetts. Okay, he was cute too. Hey, go, girl. There you go. Hey. I ain't gonna stop you. Go ahead, girl. Do what you gotta do. I hope he brings my lawn sign back. He took your lawn sign? That's funny. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, Dolly and Holly. Look at that. Holly, Dolly, Holly. Holly, do your gummy pack. Do some gummies for Dolly. Holly for Dolly. I can't watch. Let me see if I'm gonna try to watch. I'm gonna try. There's my okay. There it is. Okay, that's your Jolene. Good for the people in the live chat. Check out Holly singing her herself off. I'm not trying to cuss. She can sing. She can sing. To the skies, to the heavens. I guess you can say. No, I ordered one through him. Oh, okay, got you. Jolene, 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 Jolene. She says she's written over 3,000. She said that she had written over 3,000 songs, and that's the thing with I don't know about interpolations. Maybe Holly, you probably know about business and music and stuff like that. I didn't look this up. I just know I know of them. I don't know about them. Like I know of music publishing, music masters, mechanical royalties, things of that nature. What are interpolations? Like, do you get paid for interpolating, or do you not get paid for interpolating? Holly, you have to school my dumb ass, please. I know for covers you have to pay. you ain't just gonna walk down the road and sing, Whistle Dixie, my song. You gonna pay for that. So, I'm just wondering. I'm sure in Berkeley they taught you some kind of ideas of the music business. I hope so. Anyway, I hope they did. All these people going into the business, writing songs. A lot of things. It's a weird thing because you're like, You go into the school like Berkeley School of Music, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be a recreational therapist. I'm gonna be a singer for this. But not a lot of people think they're gonna be like, I'm gonna do jingles for commercials and stuff like that. But those pay. You're not gonna be like you're thinking like I'm not gonna do somebody's commercial, but they pay. Do you mean interpretation? No, interpolations. Interpolations. Like if you have the same key, it's the same key. Like I'll give you an example. Remember Ghetto Superstar with Maya and Praz and ODB? They took from all of what is it? Where is it? Islands of the Stream. It's the same song and it's sung the same way with different lyrics. So it's an interpolation. I would die to sing a jingle. No Republican will ever be a governor in Massachusetts liberal state. Let's not say never. There could be. Like Delaware was once a Republican governor, but it's been blue for so long. It's been blue for I think 40 years or something like that. At least 40 years it's been blue. But it was red at one point. Delaware, I know. But Massachusetts could have a Republican governor. It's not impossible. Don't count it out. I took intro to music business and hated every minute. Oh my God. Holly. I would die to sing a jingle. That's what she said earlier. Yes. Okay, yes. So she answered my question. Okay, yes. But intro to music business, I mean, if only some of these people like TLC. I know I'm going off topic. On Hood, yeah. I would die trying to get one in office though. Holly, please go out and vote for Adam Deitch or Deitch. Is it Deitch? This state is run by idiotic criminal lesbians. Are they from Northampton? That's what it's like in Northampton. I love that city. This city was beautiful. It was great. It's a funky little cool town. It's a weird like liberal enclave. I don't know. It's a strange little town. It's full of lesbians and crazy people and veterans and it's great. It's great. In the upcoming elections, criminal studs. It is, she says. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Criminal studs. Oh my God, that's so funny. But yeah, this whole night is dedicated to the memory of Dolly Parton. Like I said, she sold so many albums. She sold over 100 million albums. At her death, she was worth over $600 million. She was a philanthropist. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with you being a philanthropist. Don't put that on anybody that, well, she was a philanthropist, so she must not, no. It's like, it's okay to be a philanthropist as long as you're not an altruist. You don't want to be an altruist. You want to be a philanthropist. You can be somebody that cares for people that wants to, because you want to. That's the thing. You're selfish. She was selfish. She put Dolly on everything. That's not somebody that has an ego. That's somebody that's is very selfish or not self-centered, or self-absorbed, but just selfish, just self-interested. She had Dolly World. She put Dollyland and Dolly this. Her Imagine book series is all about her. She wore amazing outfits. She was real busty and she was great. She was great. Get that meatball Morrissey out of there. Liz Warren, Maura Steele, Andrea Campbell, my mayor Catherine Desimone. Ugh, those studs make me sick. But they're not all studs, though. I don't think they're all studs. Or maybe they're just in the closet studs. I think they have husbands, right? Am I wrong? I may be wrong. I'm trying to remember about Liz Warren. Is she on the scale? I don't know. But yeah, so it's real. Scar, you like them big and fake? It depends. If it looks right, like hers looked right. It didn't look like Biggie Smalls. Like one wasn't real big and wasn't real small. It was like they were like nice. It was a nice set. The term stud makes me sick. Yeah, I don't use terms like that. I don't use terms like that. I mean, I understand them and I get them, and I might throw throw it out there a few times, but I don't usually like them in my daily conversation. But okay, so Dolly Parton dying at 80. I mean, they just said that she had some kind of health situation. I was just like, I missed that. I wanted to watch. I might have to go back in my library and understand what the health risk was. I don't know what it was, but I guess it doesn't matter now. I guess it doesn't matter now. Not one stud is a stud. Yeah, exactly. But I was just saying, like, we all gonna die. And I think that she made the best of her life. Really, I mean, she was an astronaut. She was an astronaut. She went from a one-room shack in Tennessee to being one of the biggest superstars of all time. That is a truly an American story. Kidney failure. Thank you. I thought she lived. There's something. I used to think like this. When I was a kid, I used to think a few things. I used to think one thing was if you died like under 27. I didn't know about the 27 Club, but there's a 27 Club. Look it up. The 27 Club. I'll just tell you basically. It's like there's a long list of musicians mostly, but there's also artists and other people, business people, something. But they died at 27. We don't know. There's no real connection. There was this a big coincidence. Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, they all died within a few years of each other, by the way. And Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain, there's no explanation. It's just a coincidence, unless they try to do it on purpose. I mean, that's something different. But yeah, so I always thought about, if you died when you were young, you'd have lived forever. That's one thing that I always thought of. Like I learned about people like James Dean and Marilyn Monroe. They lived relatively young. They're like 36, like in their late 20s and early 30s, mid 30s. Still kind of young, still pretty much young. But I don't know. It's just you just gotta enjoy every single moment. Just ring life like water is in a washcloth, and you're parched or something like that, and you're just wringing all of it into your mouth because you just want to drink. You don't even want to use the washcloth, but there's water in it, and you have to you just have to rinse it. That's the kind of thing you have to do for life. That's the kind of thing I think Dolly did. Dolly did that. She did, and it was about the money. It was about the money. Don't say, "Oh, it wasn't about the money. She wanted to help the children." She could have helped the children and gave her all her money. Gave them all her money. She could have been like, but she's like, "Hey, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy now. Let's not get crazy." Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. But I've experienced, especially with Ayn Rand. I'm going to slip Ayn Rand in every time, but Ayn Rand did that for me. She was like, do it. Go ahead. Do whatever it is, because you ain't got much time. I mean, I hate to say life is short, but I mean, compared to certain species, it's really short. Like tortoises, they live like 100, 300 years. Redwoods, they live like 200 to 500, 600 years. There's a tree that lives like 1,200 years. It's like, you really have to, and the people around you, that's what's scary too. That's the scariest part of life. I'm not scared of my death. I'm scared about the people in my family. That's scary to me. Because if I wanted to commit suicide, I would have committed suicide already. But I love life too much. And it's too weird and too interesting and too curious and goes in weird directions. Holly says, I wonder if Dolly World, I think it's Dollywood, I'm just going to correct you, sees a huge uptick in ticket scales. Okay, I think are you on your are you on your gummies right now, Holly? You're slurring your words. But I understand what you're saying, though. I understand what you're saying. I'm rolling with you, Holly. I'm rolling with you, but you're slurring your words. Um, it will. I think it will. I mean, that's the sad part. That's the weird part of life. It's the irony. Who up scouring they Saunders? What is that, Bumbleclot? Who up scholaring they sound? I don't know, but that's the weird irony of life. When you die, that's when everybody gets your album. That's when everybody watches your movies. That's when everybody watches your TV show. You could have been broke and destitute and on a ventilator or something like that. And no, who can? Well, he was great in the back in the day, but he's not. Oh, he died. Oh my God, I gotta watch his movie. Oh my God, I gotta watch the TV show. Okay, you're not stoned yet. Okay, but you took some gummies. Bumba. She's not stoned yet. I like how she put the modifier yet. LOL. Oh my God. But yeah, so man, it's just weird. It's just very weird. It's scholarized, Saunderized. Yeah, she's got that right. Yeah, see? Get it straight. Yeah. Holly's on the case. Thank you very much, Holly. I appreciate you. Salute to Holly. Matter of fact, let me get her banner back on here. I'm gonna put the banner back. I'm trying to get my tie too. Let me see, in my hat. That's good. That was good. I'm awaiting their drop. Probably another hour. Yeah. That's what you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I've always said the story. I always told you the story. Officially Ice on Joe Budden's podcast, and I don't like to talk about other people's podcasts, but it's just this is really a story about when he was on Twitter. He was when Twitter was Twitter, not X. This is like this is like really early. This is like 2012 or something like that, 2013. But he was saying how he was like taking the gummies. He was like, okay, so what? I don't feel nothing. Took some more gummies. I don't feel nothing. Okay, I feel a little buzz. I feel a little bit. Took some more gummies. He was like, and then within like an hour, he was falling out of a car, not in the driver's seat, in the passenger seat. But he was throwing up. It was just a big mess. It was crazy. Crip Blue Sky. I love my nicknames. Yeah, scholarized. That's what she would say. Holly would say when I was getting tickets. Little what are they called? I have them. They're in my bag. She gave me as a prize. I got 25, not $25, but they're worth $25 at the canteen. What are they called? Bet bucks or something bucks. She'll know something bucks. Right now I have a Steve Areno. I call someone else, not by the hairs on my Flynn. All my poor veterans have to deal with my nonsense. But that's how you have fun, and that's why they love you, Holly. That's why everybody adores you. I've never heard a bad word about you, Holly. Seriously, I hear bad things about me all the time. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible human being. But we have a joke called Bingo Bozo now. Okay. Canteen books. Thank you. My canteen books. I have canteen books now, so I'm gonna spend them at the where I go to in Wilmington, which I think, to tell the truth, the system has gotten better. The online, being able to get my prescriptions, to send letters, I could send notes to my doctor. They have Wi-Fi. Like, I'm not hating. I used to hate on the I used to hate. I was like, this is just trash. This is terrible. But they either the secretary or somebody said, hey, was it Trump? Maybe it was Trump. I might have to give credit to DJT. I don't know. But somebody figured it out. They're doing much better. The people were already better. That's why I said the system is better. Holly, my doctors, my nurses. And that's another question I know about you, Holly. Linda. Do you remember Linda? Do you remember Linda on the psych ward? She was one of the nurses. Do you remember her last name? Don't give it to me in the chat. But if you send it to me in an email, or we always talk on TikTok or my YouTube Messenger, send it her last name. I'm gonna look her up because she was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and of course, if you guys do your homework, I'm not gonna give it away, but Holly was on a certain show too. So she's famous to me. I don't care. She's famous in my book, in my heart. Woohoo! You gotta love the woohoos. That's great news. Oh my god, I loved it. Yeah, just send me her last name. Send me her last name, and I'll look it up on my own. She has to be retired. I'm not saying she has to be, but she was like in her mid-50s, I think, at least. I think she's like I like Linda. Yeah, thank you. Send it to me now. She was a sweetheart. She took my nonsense. Some days I'll be like I'll be like in the room. And if you remember I don't remember his name, but it's a little short guy with gray hair. I'm pretty sure you know who it is too. Send me his name, because I just want to keep up on people. So it's like, damn, oh my god, like Dolly. Like, if you weren't keeping up on Dolly, then you would have never really understood, what she was doing in the past few years. Working at 80, at 70, she was working, going on tours, having a residency in Las Vegas, which she couldn't go to because her doctor told her not to. I loved her, yes. With the long red hair, exactly. With the long red hair, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She was great. And she was curt with me too. She was not taking my nonsense. She was not taking Skylar's bullshit. She would let me know to say, I'll put you in the room. That's the room where you're pretty much locked. I'll tell it all. You're locked in a room, and your hands, it's not like a straight jacket, but you're straddling a table, and your arms are at each side, and they lock you in for like an hour till you calm your happy ass down. But I loved her. She was great, and she was really whip smart. That's how she got on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yes, I do remember Anis. That's his name. I remember he was like, we had a lot of conversations. We had a lot of Ayn Rand conversations. He was like, "What?" He was like, "Collectivism is bad? What? What is this? What are you talking about?" I'm doing a terrible impression, but that's how Anis. Yeah, he was like, "What is this? Selfishness is good? What?" He's way up there in nursing now. Okay, see, I like to hear stories about people, stepping their game up. Great reputation, has done great. That's great. I'm glad he's not like he's not on the list where he can't go within 30 feet of a school or something like that. I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear that story. Remember, Linda was a pastry chef too. I didn't know that. I did not know she was a pastry chef. Was she Italian? Was Linda Italian? She reminded me like Irish. She was either Irish or Italian. Either well, she got the red hair, so she was probably Irish, but I don't know if she could have dyed it. I don't know. But she could have the red hair could have said she was Irish. I don't know. It was her hobby. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably figure out I won't figure out if it's her last name, because she could have married into a Swahili man. I don't know. Jude will never work with patience again. Jude. Catch me up on Jude. Yes, she was way Italian. So she did dye her hair. Okay. She was way Italian. Okay. So you guys linked up on that level. Okay. Cool. Jude. I'm drawing a blank, to be honest. I'm really Jude. Is Jude? Duh, like see, stupid. Tell me I'm stupid, because I am. She's like, it was dyed like hers. Duh. Sky, peace up. King Hazy, only Haze. What are your memories of Dolly Parton? What's the first thing that comes to mind with Dolly Parton? And don't name a body part. What's the first thing that comes in your mind, King Hazy, only Haze? Because I don't care if you're in the jail cells. There's a niggas that's crying real tears in jail right now. Got 20 years, 30 years in prison. Has a sentence with 13 to 15 years left on their sentence, and they're crying in the commissary because Dolly Parton died. I'm telling you, books. See, King Hayes, were you one of her first children's books owners? Back in '95 is when she started. I did my research. I do my research. It was 1995 when she first started the Imagine Book Club, Book Foundation. I think it is something like that. A funny face. He got me kicked out of building 2. Wait a minute. Wait. Jude. A funny face. I still don't know who that is. You have to. I'm stupid. You know I'm stupid, Holly. You know I'm stupid. He got me kicked out of building 2. That's messed up. How would he even have that power to get you kicked out of building 2? Nah, but my kids got. Oh, your kids got. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's a beautiful thing. She helped kids learn how to read. Her father never learned how to read, never learned how to write, could hardly do computations, but was very smart about how to manage money. And she learned that, and she was an entrepreneur of the highest rank. I never read one of Dolly's books. Are they good? Well, they're children's books, I think. That's probably why you might have read them to your children, Holly. You might not even have noticed it, but you probably read it to your children when they were younger. He was the nurse manager. Okay. I can't even picture. Send me a picture of Jude if you can. Send me a picture, because I don't remember people. I remember the people that stick out. Holly sticks out. Linda sticks out. Leroy sticks out. Honest sticks out. Maria sticks out. How is Maria? Maria's taught me how to say hate in Spanish. Odio. I'll never forget that. I was like, how do you say hate in Spanish? She was so cool. She spoke little English. Like she wasn't like fluent with English, but she could string sentences together. So how's Maria doing? Is she still in there? Is she not? Did she move on to other things? Once you sign up, they send books for years. Yep, that's what my sister does. My sister does that. Yep, that's true, King Hazy. Yep. Once you sign up, you're good. And if I'm not mistaken, they're free, right? Or something. She has like donors or something like that take care of the cost. If I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. Or you'd be like, nah, you gotta pay for them. Dolly Parton, dead at 80. At 80, that's a good. I don't care. That's a good run. That's a good run. I definitely would have recognized Dolly Parton's name as the author of a book, Skylar. Yes. Well, I told you. You already know how stupid I am. I'm just saying, Holly. I don't know. Yep, free brand new books. Yep. Do you think I'm an idiot? No, you know I'm an idiot. That's the difference. You know how stupid I am. I work with a few of them still. Okay. You don't remember Maria? What? See, that's a ghost. That's a ghost. Cause that's weird. Cause I remember Maria. Maria used to be. She worked with the Honest. And Leroy. They were what are they called? NAs, nurses assistants. They were NAs. She was an NA. And I asked her, how do you say hate in Spanish? She was like, odio. I'll never forget that. Okay, wait a minute. Now it's getting different. I thought she was Hispanic, to be the truth. I thought Maria was, Hispanic, something Hispanic. I don't know what. Cuban, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Nicaraguan, Guyanan. I don't know what she was, but they're all Cape Verde, not Spanish. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. AXS TV, right? Let me see if I can do something here. I think I can do something here. AXS TV is like a news, right? What is AXS TV? Maybe I can't do AXS TV. Or Access, Access TV. I'm gonna keep it safe and use news outlets. It's getting close to that time. Let's see. CNN, okay. That'll make sense. They're on the left, but I leaned right earlier in the show. That boy Scott treat the county jail like a bed and breakfast on Hood. Well, if I was in the county jail or any jail prison, I'd be getting OMs, officer meals, like Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty was getting OMs. You don't know what OM is? OM is an officer meal. That's what I was getting while I'm listening to this music. He was getting OMs. I'll be getting officer meals. That's how you do it. That is humanity. That is a human condition. Making the best out of a terrible situation or a less than ideal situation. I learned that in the Marine Corps. You know, we didn't have everything, but if you can make, you know, if you get the best food in your what was it? God damn it, MRE, the peanut butter and the nacho cheese. Those were the two currencies you could trade for time, you know, for Firewatch or something like that. If you didn't want to do Firewatch, like, here, look, I'll give you peanut butter and nacho cheese, and it was cool. Wasn't a problem. Let me see. Wow, Scholar, have you heard of the show Soft White Underbelly? I heard of that. Yes, I have, Holly. You have to give me some more more explanation. Pooh caught Bovid Bunny in jail. Well, that's a shame. I didn't realize that. I didn't do the research on that. I watched the most horrific interviews. One of the Island Boys did an interview, and the daughter of an R&B star from like 1990 was another interview. Soft White. What is that? What is that on a streaming service? Is that on Netflix or something? Holly, is that on Netflix? That sounds like a Netflix show. I have to watch Toxic Love Story, and I finished Cape Fear. It was good, but it was like convoluted. I don't know. It was like a lot of things they're just. You know, oh yeah, then we can add this, and then we can add that, and then we can do this, and we can do that. Like, just, but I like the ambiance, and you know, Javier Bardem's character, I think, stole the show. He was committed to it because he was doing an opposite of his character in No Country for Old Men. Very quiet, very somber, very collected, and you know, kind of quiet, not really saying much, not doing too much until he has to do something. But this guy, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna go get their family, I'm gonna get the family. Like, it was wild. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a YouTube. Oh, it's a YouTube show. Okay, they interviewed Gigi Allen brother. Okay. I sent you an episode today. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. The divorce court judge was on. Oh, okay. No room for you. No room for you. 6 people. 6 people. And I'm about to get the hell out of here. Maybe. I might go a little longer. I might go to 10. I might go to 10. 6 people in here. 6. All we need is 4 people to have a party. 5 people now. Now we need 5 people to have a party. Y'all are messing with me. Y'all are messing with me. But I like it. That's 5 people. I like that. That's my core audience. 6 people again. You guys are my core audience. I appreciate it. I thought that you would be fascinated by her upbringing. Yeah. Did you see what I was talking about when I first came in? How she was in a 1-room shack with 10 or 11 other siblings. One of her twin sister or twin brother passed away early. And how she, you know, ended her life at $650 million in the bank, if not more. That's an astronaut. You can't. How you get higher than that? How do you? That's a astronaut. That's a star explorer. She went astronomical on that. Gacy said Gigi Allen smell bad. William, what's his name? Not William H. Gacy. What's his goddamn name? John, is it John Gacy? Hold on. I'm looking for it right now. God damn. No, I got my head down. That's not good. John Wayne, thank you. Thank you. John Wayne Gacy. Yeah. Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. I'm like, John Wayne, who you are you John Wayne? Is it me? Anybody tell me who that is and what movie that comes from? Is that John Wayne? Is it me? John Wayne Gacy stunk. She was an affluent black family in Ohio. She was from an affluent black family in Ohio. I thought that was really cool. Oh, this is from the show. This is from the show you're talking about. Soft White Underbelly. John Wayne Gacy's son. That's how they called him. Oh wow. Woo. Damn. What did he stink of? Did he stink of like corpses? Yes. I didn't say. Hey. I didn't say it is Full Metal Jacket. You said it right. But I said, yo, just applause. Just applause. I didn't say you get $10. And we can run this back. I didn't say anything. I just said, who can tell me that? I didn't say you'll get anything other than honorable mention and a hand clap. That's how they call him. Okay, John Wayne died from eating too much steak. He ate steak every day. Jesus, that will kill you. That will literally kill you. Pork and beef, especially, will kill you. Chicken and fish, not so much. His house smelled like that, but okay, yeah. He's like, come in here, like, is that ass? What is that? What the hell? I mean, what? Then you look under the floorboards, and there's this damn 4-year-old in there. Something crazy, like. But I like this. What Mr. Troy Star Terrain said. Hold on. He said, Ted Bundy. This is about Ted Bundy. This twisted creature of doom is often excused for his bad behavior. Although Bundy escaped from prison twice, he chose a non-retreat policy and stayed dedicated to his craft of sexualized, brutal murder. His charm and swagger made him the icon of American serial killers. John Wayne Gacy came close to matching Bundy's savage style, but Bundy was a pure psychopath, and Gacy was just a lonesome faggot in denial. That's a writer right there. He's a great writer. All meat kill you when you get older. Yeah, that's true. Clogs your arteries, all that. It's not good. It's not good. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm about to get out of here, but I'll be right back. Because I just want to go a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see how the numbers go, if the donations or anything. I don't really get the donations like I was getting when I first started, which was crazy. People just drifted away. Like, forget that nigga. I ain't got time for that nigga. Which is cool. I get it. Ted escaped and went to Florida to kill. Yeah. He had the looks. He had the charm. He had the riz, as the kids say nowadays. He had it all working together. But it had to come to an end, and he was executed, I think. I think Ted Bundy was executed. Pretty sure he was executed. So, all right, so I'm gonna just play this. You guys enjoy it. I'll be right back. I gotta take my drugs. Hold on, what? Okay, there we go.
We have some breaking news that we are very sorry to report, and that is that Dolly Parton has died. Country music has no bigger or more beloved star than Parton, of course. Her career has spanned decades. This is a social media video making the announcement.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, but for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family, whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all. She will always love you.
That emotional message coming from the nephew of Dolly Parton, Brian Seaver, there with a tribute to the late singer who was 80 years old. Just a few days ago, she gave an interview to People magazine talking about recent health challenges, but saying that she is going to continue working. Suffice to say that in light of that interview, this news is a surprise to us all.
Yeah, it's a surprise. It's a shock. She had a beautiful, long life and has been an inspiration to many, but this is something that a lot of people are certainly going to be feeling. Let's take a look back at Dolly Parton's legacy. Here's more from Elizabeth Wagmeister.
A beloved country queen, known for her vulnerable and poetic lyrics, like in her classic hit, Jolene. Jolene, Jolene. Dolly Parton's music was as popular as her bold style, composing and performing booming anthems like 9 to 5 that resonated with office workers everywhere. Pour myself a cup of ambition. She ranks among the most successful country recording artists of all time, with nearly 50 albums and more than 25 #1 hits. A superstar who often sang about her humble small-town Tennessee roots. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. The fourth of 12 children, she started singing hymns in church. Dolly moved to Nashville after high school graduation, aiming for work as a songwriter.
I was just trying to make a living, trying to find what I wanted to do, to have my songs recorded.
The petite singer modeled her signature style after a woman known for her promiscuity in her hometown.
She was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. I was very impressed by the big hair she had, the lipstick and the nails and the high heel shoes.
Dolly got noticed quickly, scoring a recording deal and a regular gig on the Porter Wagner Show. You know that was the last thing on the mind. Their collaboration lasted 7 years. She wrote a song about parting ways with Wagner, and it became a smash, first in 1974. And again when Whitney Houston recorded it nearly 2 decades later.
Her version of that was spectacular. I always think of it as being our song.
Dolly said music made her a crossover success.
It was a song that got me everywhere I've ever been.
She wrote the theme to 9 to 5 and landed a lead role in the movie.
And I shot a hole clean through my purse.
Some of her other films include The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
There's nothing dirty going on.
And Steel Magnolias.
Young lady, you've just landed yourself a job.
Her many job titles included author, theme park owner, and philanthropist. From setting up a literacy program for impoverished children to funding research for a COVID vaccine.
Vaccine, I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate.
She stayed low-key about her charity work, insisting she saw herself as a musician first.
My music is everything to me, and that is what I grew from.
Dolly said her career was shaped by her family, faith, and ambition.
God first, me second, and I've been able to maneuver and live my life based on that and use my talent to the best of my ability.
Indeed, she did, writing an estimated 3,000 songs and earning countless awards and honors, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award and enshrinement in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, an event Dolly dominated, even out-rocking the rock stars in 2022. She released her first rock album at the age of 77 and often collaborated with younger singers. It all helped make Dolly Parton one of America's most beloved artists, with fans and admirers that spanned generations.
Sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore.
I'm back. I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take me before I conk out. Just took my pills, some of them sleeping pills. So we're gonna see how long it takes. I'm just gonna ride it out though. It's Dolly Parton's night. You know, I don't care. I don't care if you. She probably would. You know, a lot of good old boys, redneck niggas. You know, white boys. You know, racist. You know, you ain't from around here, are you, boy? We got sundown laws. You know, them kind of people. You know, the Ku Klux Klan and all that. They probably love Dolly. Same thing in the, you know, with black. Love Dolly. No, nah, Pumba, I'm not on that Seroquel anymore. Seroquel is the devil. Seroquel is evil. It is evil. Seroquel is messy. It'll mess your mind up. It's messy. I'm on clonazepam, olanzapine, and lithium. Those are the mind-altering drugs that I'm on right now. I'm not on Seroquel. Oh my God! There is no God, but thank God I'm not on Seroquel anymore. It's a good thing. So, just that. Yeah, it's a clonazepam, really trazodone challenge. Look up trazodone, Trazies. Got my Trazies on deck. See how long it lasts me. But yeah, so Dolly Parton, 80 years old, working until she couldn't. Until her doctor said, "Hey, slow down. Slow the hell down. What are you doing?" He was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" She had Holly said she had liver cancer. Is that what it was? Hold on, let me make sure I get her right. She said I'd be done. You done? You be done with me? What are you saying? What do you mean you be done, Holly? What do you mean you'll be done? She said, "I be done." Yeah. So Dolly Parton's, she's got me inspired. I mean, I need to do something with my life. By the time she was 38 years old, she was already in. That's what her kidneys. Yeah, thank you. I was trying to remember what it was. Her kidneys. It was her kidneys. Yeah. Working. She was. They wore her. They wore out. She was doing her thing. If you took the pills, I took. Yeah. Trazzy, Kalana. I don't know what is Traz. No, hold on. What is the? I have to look it up. Hold on. Trazodone. Deseral. Wow. Electro and Rodezi. Wow. Okay. I didn't even realize that. I'm learning stuff tonight. I just call it Trazzies. My Trazodone. That gets me sleepy. Yeah, but yeah. So, Holly, I'm gonna go to you real quick. You're dealing with vets that were in Vietnam mainly, right? Am I correct? And then in what building? Because I can't remember all the buildings. I remember building 2, but I don't remember every building. Just curious. But Dolly Parton she when did she say something negative? When did she say something hateful? She had to say something hateful at some time somewhere against somebody else's life sometime. She wasn't like, or was she? You're in fine. Okay, yes, you're in fine. Oh, okay. So that's why I understand why you liked Hearts in Atlantis. That was one of the best coverages I thought of life in the bush or in the green. People like when they're in when you're in combat, it's the shit. Oh, you're in medical recovery. Okay, I'm in 4. Okay, you're in 4. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so the Vietnam vets, they're like in their 80s, some maybe in their 90s, but some are like 70s to 80s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And where are the Korean vets? Are there Korean vets that are they sectioned off? It's like World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Gulf War, Afghanistan, Iraq. Is it like, how does that work? Dolly refused to. She thought it was bad for her career. Yeah, she had to. And she made fun of herself. And she didn't spit in her own face though. She was like, she understood the humor in it. Oh, wait a minute. She wouldn't speak up on anything. She thought it was in bad taste. 75. Show us your war face. Ah! Work on it. Yeah, not many Korean ones at all. Or World War II. World War II is very scarce. World War II was like 90s and 100s. And there's like maybe 100,000 of them left. And there was like 16 million at the highest point of the war. 16 million, and it's down to a few 100,000 World War II vets. Koreans the same. Yeah. World War II and Korea was like just 5 years after the World War II. It was like 1950, 1952, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken, correct my dumb ass. But I think that was the case. Yeah, not many Koreans, but Vietnamese. Vietnam War veterans are like in their 80s, right? They're in their 80s. I'm not stretching it too much, am I? They're in their 80s. She's like 75. My dumb ass. But yeah, Dolly Parton didn't have a bad thing to say about anyone at any time. She knew her characters weren't vicious, and that's okay. Because look at Denzel Washington. He's not Alonzo Harris, but he played the hell out of that part. But there was no part for Dolly Parton that was like just evil and just disgusting and nasty, and you just hated to love her, or you loved to hate her, or something like that. She was just, you loved to love her. Like she was very candid. She wasn't like fake and prissy and like really like I'm better than you. She was like, no, I'm from, what was it, Pigeon something, Tennessee? She's like, no, you gotta understand. 75, I would say, is the median age. Okay, got you. So, okay, so did you, like, I'm trying to say this. Holly, did you discover, like, when you were meeting the Vietnam veterans, like, more about, you know, like the differences between I'm trying to say it. It's hard to say. Like, did you understand the differences between, you know, the reason why they, like, I liked in the book in Hearts of Atlantis, they were saying, he said, like, he never even heard the Doors. That's in a song by one of my favorite artists, Billy Joel. We played our Doors tapes. Like, did they really? Did they play, or is he just saying? He said something like that. But I always wondered that. Did you get that difference between reality and, you know, what's been propagated in movies? Like he said, like Stephen King said again. He said, you know, like in the war movies that are shot in the Philippines and stuff like that, and not even in the Philippines, and sometimes in just North Carolina, you know. So, but Dolly Parton, I think she was probably, you know, a major proponent of just, you know, literacy and fun and just happiness and just being great. That's why she had Dollywood. She wanted to just make happiness and make people glad. She sang sad songs that made people happy. It's the weirdest thing. It's like that's R&B. That's soul. That's the blues. It's just not to make you feel happy. It's about to make you understand life. It's about philosophy. I'm not trying to get too deep, but I'm just saying she had a philosophical kind of drive behind her 3,000 plus songs that she's written in her life. And what does it all mean? What does it all live? That's what it means. You know, none of this makes any sense to her anymore. She's no longer around. Her physical remains are just that, the remains. Her chemical makeup is what remains until it's not anymore. And that's it. So the Grammys and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all this stuff, it's cool for us, but like it doesn't matter to her anymore. It doesn't matter. That's just the truth. That's the beauty of life. You have to just soak up the marrow of life. That's what you got to do. That's a ridiculous amount of creativity to have. Yes. 3,000 songs. And that's a lot of money to have, too. Because that's where the money is. I said this earlier in the show. She may have written, I'll Always Love You. And it's like, okay, who's the writer? What's the writer? I don't really. Okay. Fast forward almost 20 years. Whitney Houston just murders the song, just slays it, just kills it, just stomps on the song's neck, and then she sells 40 million records, sells 40 million copies of I'll Always Love You. Where did the money go? Dolly Parton. She said that in an interview. She was like, well, when you get that first check for $1 million, and I think maybe Whitney Houston could have got $250,000 to maybe $2 million off of it. Dolly Parton must have got maybe $40 to $50 million off of that song. because she wrote it. Daytona album cover, yes. Whitney Houston, the night of. Wow. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Allegedly. I don't know. I think she, did she? Well, that might not be allegedly. Yeah, y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all don't want to hear me. That's why we need a phone system for Holly. If we had Holly just sing every time she was on here, then I might have it. I might have a show. I might just launch it to the mainstream. I might have to be up there with Mr. Beast. If you imagine in your head when the beat drops and she says the "and I" of Jordan going through the air and then dunking it, like if you sync up that moment with that that Whitney moment with that Jordan moment, it's chef's kiss. It's definitely chef's kiss. It's beautiful. You gotta link it up sometime. Just it's like people said if you link up Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd. I mean, it kind of does a little bit, but then it gets kind of weird and it doesn't really make sense. But it's all right. Sky and Mr. Beast collab coming. Oh God, don't even say that. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that. But he's a community college dropout too, so maybe I have a shot. We can have that connection. Which one made it big on YouTube? Can you tell? Can you find out who has billions of dollars, and the other one who's flat broke? Yeah, I see you, Holly. Poor Whitney, I know. But Dolly outlived Whitney. She outlived Aaliyah. She outlived a lot. She outlived a lot. A lot of people that were born after her, she outlived. Very sad. Very sad what happened to Whitney. Very sad, you know. I know Dolly was like sad, but she was like, I'm still getting deposits, you know. Sad, but true. Like when Whitney died. And they played and they played that. That's Dolly Parton. Went right into Dolly Parton's pockets. Oh, come on, Bubba. Don't give me that. Are you saying because I mentioned Mr. Beast? Now I have to look it up to make sure you're not I know you're trolling. You're trolling. You're super trolling. That was a troll. That was a troll. He's trying to say rest in peace to Joe Rogan. Oh, he's doing some special stuff. Okay. Yes. Yes. You hear about Iran? What happened with Iran? They're opening up the Strait of Hormuz for certain Israeli. Well, that'd be the day. Iraqi tankers. Yes, she had tickle bitties, and she didn't. You know. I'm sorry, I don't mean to show them. She's like, no, I paid good money for these. I'm getting my best. I'm getting my best out of them. RIP. Yeah, 707 Cortez 6. You're always welcome in here, sir. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. They put a bounty on Baron. I don't know what you're talking about. They put a bounty on. Oh, they put a bounty on his head? Wow. Whoa, I didn't realize that. If that's true, send me a link, Bumba. Send me a link. A bounty on Baron Trump's head. Oh my God. $10 million bounty on Baron Trump. Iran places bounty on head of Trump's son. Wow. Wow. Okay, now it's getting real. Because Trump was like, oh, it's just me. Everybody's, I'm many men wish death upon me. Nobody's looking at 50 Cent's kid, but they'll come for your kids. They'll come for your kids. They put a $10 million bag on his head. God damn. He's out there too, ain't he? He's like is he in college right now? I think he's in college, if I'm not mistaken. He's like 18. We're going to smoke them if that's credible. It is credible, Holly. It's various news sources, left, right, center, have declared that there is a bounty on Barron's head right now, as we speak. But I want to get back to 707 Cortez 6. Tiggle bitties. Yeah, she had tiggle bitties. And she said liposuction. She's got collagen. She went to collagen, she said. Liposuction, breast augmentation, all of that. You ever see her earlier? I'm gonna say earlier, in a past life. Well, she's not even in life anymore. But anyway, you see her. She's flat chested. She's got big hair. She wasn't really that flat chested, but she didn't have what she had later. I think those were like double D's or something like that. Those are serious. She always joked about it. That's the joy she had. She had such a joy. See, like everything she said, everything she did, like if somebody leveled something against her, she just I have more money than you, or she wouldn't say I would have more money, but she knew she had more money than the other person that it was, and she knew that she was in a better position than they were. Like if they were ever trying to hate on her or something like that, she was just like, whatever, just. I'm in a better position than you were. She was a beautiful woman, yeah. She loved her surgery, it's true. And she didn't look botched. She didn't look a lot like some of these botched women, or some of these women, look terrible. She didn't look horrible. Ain't nothing like a beautiful white woman with a double D. God damn, 707 is speaking literature tonight. Telling the truth. With a double D. I'm telling you. Speaking of Holly, this is going back. This is going back to our early. This is our early days. Who was the young female? I commented. I said, this is what I said to her. I said, you got a nice pair up top. Send me her just her name, just her first name. You don't have to give me her last name. Just send me her first name. I said, but the thing is, like, I could have said, if I was smarter, I would have said, I'm talking about your eyes. Your eyes. You have a nice pair of eyes up top. But I wasn't talking about her eyes. Holly, do you recall that? Do you remember that moment? Do you remember? Double D Dolly, yeah. Oh my God. I'm trying to see if Holly remembers that moment. She was offering me some Skittles or some M&Ms or something like that, and everybody was like, she got some real bit, she got a nice set about her, looks okay up top, looks right, So I was just like, man, everybody's saying all this. I say it right to her face. Oh, you don't even know. Oh, see, Holly doesn't even remember. You don't remember the story. You don't remember the woman's name. Which one? Either. Or what? Because that's exactly what happened. I'll never forget. The first thing she did was walk. After I said you got a nice pair up top, the first thing she did was like walk slowly over to Holly and like say, that guy over there was like saying something. I'm glad not to. Okay. She said, I'm glad not to. That's funny. Oh my God. On Hood! Bumba's still riding with me. I'm not mad. Still riding. Yeah, it's a special thing. It's definitely special. Special. I'm kind of glad that I'm kind of glad that Holly doesn't remember. Kind of glad, because it's a low point for me. I know. I was just, but I kind of think it was a high point at the same time, because it's like all the dudes are saying, yeah. Oh man, look at them tickle bitties, man. Look at them. Look at them breasticles, you know. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just take a chance. What's the worst you can say? Let's just say that's not you at your bed. At your bed. What, the sexist guy? What are you talking about? The chauvinist guy? What are you saying? Like, what are you? My nigga Sky on hood, Bumbleclot says. Yeah, I'm on hood. No dead rappers today. A dead country star by natural causes, apparently. The 25th anniversary of Aaliyah's passing. If I could just go into Aaliyah real quick, this is what I was going to go into. I was going to go into the hate. Oh, they hated her for, they said she wears too many sunglasses. She always has sunglasses on. She must got a lazy eye. Oh, she can't sing. She always needs, some help, the backing track. Oh, she got married to R. Kelly when she was 15 or something crazy like that. Oh, whatever. And then when she dies, oh no, Aaliyah's dead. I can't believe it. Same people that saying all the other trash the day before on the 24th, saying all this stuff. And then they gotta turn up the radio. Turn up the radio. They're playing her songs. Remember that? Anybody remember on the radio? Does anybody listen to the radio anymore? When the artist that right today on the country music stations, I'm sure they're playing all Dolly Parton. They're playing all Dolly Parton back to back to back. She's got 3,000 songs. I'm sure she's got a few on the radio hits. But yeah. I like Holly. Holly said this. Let's just say that's not you at your best. The sexist Skylar. Sky to Lock, 55th Street, Infant General on Hood. You 5 me standing on business. Now he's sounding like what's his name? Crip Mac or Mac Crip. Was it Crip Mac? Crip Mac. Sky to Loke, 55th Street, Infant General on Hood. Y'all 5 me standing on business. And I'm not a Crip. I have to change. Oh, whoa. I have to change down here. I have to change that to blue, I guess. I have to change these walls. Change it to red. Or change these walls, or purple, or something like that. I have to change it all to purple. So I can't be Blood or Crip. Yeah, Crip Mac. I thought it was Mac Crip. Crip Mac. Yeah, Crip Mac. And you know his story. His story, he's like a good kid. He came from a good neighborhood and good upbringing. And he just went, the wrong, I guess a different route, an alternate route, and became a super Crip. And I'll never understand it. I'll never understand cripping. I'm beginning to understand pimping. I'm not a pimp, but I like the lifestyle and I like the ideals of pimping. He has schizophrenia. Yup. I think I did know that. Yeah. All those tattoos on his face. It's wild. Yeah. So Dolly Parton is dead at 80. God damn. What the hell? Like Holly said, you just have fixed in your mind, oh, they're gonna live forever. Whatever. It's not a thing. They'll be alright. Holly says, what? What about what? What's the what about, Holly? I'll explain if you elaborate. But Dolly Parton, just a great spirit. One of the best people ever. I've never met her, but just on her interviews and in her the way she carried herself was like angelic. Like, respect Scott's pimping on hood. Nah, I'm not pimping. I'm not a pimp. I'm a man and I'm a Marine. Those are the two things that I cannot separate, and I will never, go against. Oh, who's Crip Mac? Crip Mac is a super Crip kind of guy. You'll see him on Could Have Been Records with Drewski as one of the I guess like a counselor or something like that. You just put in Crip Mac on YouTube. He sits down with Vlad TV a lot, I think. Yeah, look up Crip Mac on YouTube, Holly. Channel 5 or No Jumper. Yeah, Channel 5 or No Jumper. That's another one. Those are other two places. Channel 5 and No Jumper. Those are good places to start. Respects guys pimping on hood. I am not pimping. I've never put a female on the blade. As they say, I've never been a part of the life. I only respect pimps. I respect the rock and power, Simple the Pimp, Philip Brandon Gilmore. He passed away a few years ago. And of course, Mr. Troy Star Terrain, a pimp in real life. Just switched up the roles a little bit. He's not, putting women on the blade and on the stroll anymore, but he did. But he's not doing that anymore. He's corporate pimping right now. So salute to him. I am not like I said, I'm a man and I'm a Marine. Those are my distinctions. I live by those codes. As a man, you have to have morals, ethics, and virtues. Same thing with a Marine. You have to have morals, ethics, and virtues. Just, different way of expressing them. So, Dolly Parton, I swear, man, it's messing with me. It's messing with me. Like, how? 80, it's a weird thing we say 80. What? She's not 106? Like, she looked good for 80. But I'm saying that it just seems like she's been around so much longer. It's wild. I'm expecting her to be like in her 90s or 100s. I'm like, what? 80? She was still working. Working 9 to 5. Just make a living. 9 to 5. That was a big hit. That was a big hit. It resonated with a lot of people. Resonated with the working women. Holly. She's a working woman. She's a careerist. And I mean that in the most respectful, positive way. A lot of people, oh, he's just careerist. I hated that. I understand. Careerist means you enjoy your work. That's what I thought it was. Somebody that was a careerist. But they take it as somebody that's, will do anything, for advancement and sell their soul or something like that. That's like a careerist. Sadly. Goofy shit. Goofy shit. It is. Holly says it's amazing how long she was famous. Absolutely. That is the true hallmark of somebody that is just genuine. Just genuine. Dolly and the twins, exactly. But she was famous for close to 50 years, if not more. Like, who can say it? Not a lot of people say it. Stevie Wonder is somebody can say that. There is no God, but God bless his name. Hopefully nothing wrong happens to him. He's one of the few people that just can transcend decades. I don't think he has put out music in over 20 years or 30, almost 30 years, 20 years, something like that. He moved to Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm pretty sure he still has American citizenship. I'm pretty sure. It's cute. Yeah, he moved there to Ghana, but I'm sure he had, way longer. What's way longer? Oh, okay. So we're saying about 60, 70 years, Holly? Correct my dumb ass. Please do, so I can get this right. This is being recorded. But back to this game that I never left. That's Simple the Pimp. He used to say that all the time. But back to this game that I never left. Way longer. I love how they yelled at my dumb ass. Dolly had that special particle, that God's particle. There's no God, but there's a God's particle. There's a spark. There's a longevity thing. Like the way she was able to just expand her vision and last. Famous since the 60s, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, okay. So probably 60 years. I'll give it 60, 70. So that's like 7 decades. It's like 7 decades. But going back to the 60s. If you count the 60s and you go up. But, yeah, so 7 decades if you want to count it. Almost 70 years. But yeah, that's extraordinary. Extraordinary. And like, again, American success story. A true American success story without even questioning. That's exactly what she was. She was a success story. An absolute success story. Not even close. Not even, like, bar none. Like, there's nobody else like her. Nobody else that's, within her realm. People that have died, Loretta Lynn, she's in there. Another person that's been in the works, Reba McEntire. Like, you don't expect, I don't want to hear any kind of news from her. Because that's how I grew up on. I grew up on her. Like, I didn't grow up on Dolly completely. Like, she was like in like the 80s, like when she was transitioning from music to movies and stuff like that. And it was a different way, like how Reba transitioned from movies to television. And I think she did a few movies too, but I don't know. It's special. Hold up. T's not Oliver Tree. I will look that up. This is not Oliver Tree. Okay. This is special. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know what that is, Bumba, but thank you. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to look it up, though. No clue what the hell that is, but okay. What is what? I get paid tomorrow, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, taxpayers. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Bumba. Thank you, Champ Fisk. Thank you. Thank all of you for paying your taxes. And I only have to pay for Medicare. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is my way of expressing gratitude. Thank you so much. I just saw a commercial. Yeah, she's getting that commercial money. She's getting commercial money. She's getting TV money. She's getting music money. She might have her own Reba world. She might do that. Yeah, she's in Realtor.com. Realtor.com. Thank you, Bass God. Oh, now I love you, Bass God. You can F my bitch, Bass God. That was like 2009 to 2013 when he like kind of fell off after that. Like he never really made it to that stage, but he was known. And I think he has the greatest diss song of all time, T-Shirt and Buttons. T-Shirt and Buttons is the funniest because it's not even like it's not even like Ether or Takeover or Who Shot. No, Who Shot's not really diss song. Hit 'Em Up or The Bitch in You or Roxanne. None of that. Everything is or The Bridge is Over. The Bridge is Over. Nope. Not even coming close. Nothing comes close to this. Nothing comes close to T-Shirt and Buttons. This to Joe Buttons. Joe Button. It's t-shirt and buttons. T-shirt and buttons, like the buttons on your shirt. Just look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. T-shirt and buttons. You would laugh your ass off. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell. I'm just thinking about the song. It's hilarious. But could you imagine that? Could you imagine this? If Dolly Parton had some kind of, feud with another singer, you wouldn't. The closest one she ever had was Jolene, and she's not even being mean. She could have been like, "You stupid bitch! Why are you talking about my? Why are you trying to brush up on my man?" She was pleading to the woman. She was just like, "Jolene, Jolene, Jolene, Jolene." She's pleading. She's begging the woman, "Don't go after my man." That's what she was saying. She was not even like, "You don't need to be touching my. That's my property. This is my man. This is who I am with." She didn't say none of that. None of that. Yes, I remember. Lil B was on ESPN. He had a curse on Kevin Durant, and then he lifted the curse. That was great. Kevin Durant had base God curse. Yep, I remember that. He was on ESPN with the earrings. He had long earrings. That was way back in the day. That was whew. Lil B almost made it. He could have been. He's another could have been. I don't know what his money is like though. I think you're on a gummy. You think I'm on a gummy? No, these are the pills. These are the pills talking. I'm running on fumes right now, but I feel good. I got my water. I feel good. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to get to 2 hours. I might go past 2 hours. It depends. If I get some donations, I'm going to go to 3 hours. I don't think I'm going to get donations, so that's what that is. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. And Holly is exempt because she's already given her donation for the month. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't thank Holly enough sometimes. I think she's really like my biggest cheerleader. Like if she had pom poms and an S on her shirt or something like that, she'd be like, "Woo!" I think you're on a gummy. That's funny, yeah. Not on a gummy. I've never had THC. I never had coke. I've never had a recreational or a narcotic drug or a scheduled narcotic drug. Scheduled narcotic drug. I had scheduled prescription drugs, but not narcotics or anything like that. I never had opioids. I gotta hit the road. Okay, hey, Holly, thank you for coming in. Thank you for talking about Dolly. I appreciated everything you presented and offered tonight. This is a rough night. This is a sad night, but it's also a glad night because it's like she's not her kidneys aren't ailing her anymore. She's she lived a hell of a life. Dolly Parton, a hell of a life, a great life, a wonderful existence. Did she have kids though? I don't know if she had kids or not. I have to look that up. Let me see if did she have kids? Hold up. Yeah, she never had kids. Good night, Holly. Good night to you. Salute to Holly, everybody. Salute to Holly. Thank you very much. I will talk to you later. Thank you very much. Who's K? You mean KD? Lil B and KD still KB still at it? She couldn't have kids. I see Holly's coming back in the ring. I didn't know she couldn't have kids. I didn't know that. They were married. She and her husband for over 59 years. give credit where credit is due. People is a really good out. They're very good journalism for entertainment, stuff like that. But they're not talking about the Iran war or something like that. She spoke publicly about it. Okay, good night. Okay, that's you, Holly. Yeah, you gotta hit the road. Hit the road. I don't want to keep you too much, but I'll look it up. I'll definitely look it up. I'm reading it right now. Wow. This is her quote. She says, I didn't have children because I believe that God didn't mean for me to have kids so everybody's kids could be mine. So I could do things like Imagination Library, because if I hadn't had the freedom to work, I wouldn't have had all the things I've done, she said. She told Oprah Winfrey, who doesn't have kids herself. I wouldn't be, and she's not even married, I wouldn't be in a position to do all the things I'm doing now. The nephew had to give the announcement. Wow. So I'm rolling with Bumbleclot and who else? Holly's no longer in the building. We got Bumbleclot. Is that you, 707 Cortez 6? I see two people in here. Could be wrong. Hold on. The whole show stops right now. Who is on the check-in? Who is on the check-in? Mr. Richard James. Sir Rick James. Ladies and gentlemen, get your dolly packs up. Get your dolly packs up. She's a white woman in America, but she is the best to ever pick up the microphone ever. As that a fact? Give it up to the black man talking white woman, Skylar Saunders Seas. I'm Rick James, bish. Salute to you, Rick James. It's been some time. And I know you're crazy right now, because I know it's way past your bedtime. You usually don't do these night shows, and I usually don't even go this late. I'm usually done by 9 o'clock. But I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very, very much for even laughing at my dumb ass. For I do appreciate it. So, I know. I'm crying on the inside. I haven't, a tear hasn't burst in my eye. It almost did. I caught myself because I'm listening to I'll Always Love You. Because when I listen to that song, I just think about my old girlfriends. I think about all the stuff we did, all the times, the low points, the high points. That song just captures so much. It says, if I should stay, I would only be in your way. So goodbye, please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. Not breast cancer, kidney, sir, not breast cancer. She was known for her music and her rap. True. Today is the day the music died, sir. Yes. Today is the day the music died. That is a fact. That is a whole fact. That is a whole fact. We lost a beautiful spirit, a genuine, lovely white woman in America, a super American achievement story, a heroine. She was a heroine. And it's just amazing. Very few. She didn't talk about. I don't think she ever smoked. I don't think she ever drank too much or something like that. No, heroin. HEROINE. Heroin. Dolly was a crip on Hood. I haven't cried this much since we lost the great, yes, the great Brian Wilson, and the great Sanford and Son actor Lamont. Yeah. Or of course we have to say, who am I going to say, Rick James? Who am I going to say? How did I meet you first? The first time I met you, July 30th, 2003. Do you remember? Let me make sure it was July 30th, 2003. I don't know. I'm looking it up right now, y'all. Just give me a minute. Yep. It was July 30th, 2023. Yes. Yes. The late, great Paul Rubens. Exactly. Known for his puppetry. He was a genius, sir. Yes, he was. Also, Susanna Summers. Oh, yeah. It was the same day, Susanna Summers? Or a few days later. I can't remember. Didn't cry over her, but I was sad. Okay. Yeah, but Paul Rubens, this is the reason why I wear the gold tie, the black shirt, the black hat all the time. Like, you have to have a uniform. You have to put it on. He inspired that. He was one of the reasons why I do it. I can't do puppetry. I can't do, zany stuff like that. If I could, I would. That'd be awesome. But that's what it is. Yeah, Suzanne Summers. Hey, look what happened to Dolly. Dolly outlived Suzanne Summers. He was known for his dancing, yeah. He outlived Suzanne Summers. He was known for his dancing and his little, tequila. Yeah, I remember when he was dancing on top of the counter. I had a feeling Dolly was going to kick the bucket this year. Only because I just heard that she had a health condition. I was like, damn, that was fast. They just mentioned it. They just mentioned that she had a health condition. Rumor is Yoko is next. Looks close. She's in her 80s, 90s, something like that. They come in fours, sir. I thought it was threes. All I remember the threes was Farrah Fawcett, Ed McMahon, and of course, anybody else remember? Ed McMahon, Farrah Fawcett, and who died on the same day as Farrah Fawcett and Ed McMahon? Thank you, sir. Mr. Michael Jackson died on, oh my God, it's coming up where it passed. Hold on, I gotta look it up. Hold on. It was on June 25th, 2009. And nobody cared about Ed McMahon or Farrah Fawcett. Well, Ed McMahon died on the 23rd, but it was around the same time. And Farrah Fawcett and Michael Jackson died on the same day. The Kitty You Get. Okay. That was in July, sir. What was in July? That wasn't in July. 2009 was an overall good year. We were just coming out of the recession. Or we were starting to come out of recession, I think. No one knows who Ed McMahon is, sir. Oh. plenty of people know. If you're a millennial, you know who Ed McMahon is. If you're a millennial or older, you know who Ed McMahon was. So we're going 2 hours in. I got 4 people in here. I'm riding. I'm good. I can keep going. I wake up early in the morning. I'll be good. So I'm gonna keep rolling till the last one drops. Let's make this a party. Yeah, give me 6 more people. Give me 6 more people, Rick James. Come on, you know 6 people. Come on, nigga. You know him. Go all night, nigga. I'm a proud 2.5 minute man. I don't go all night with females. I ration the tool. I'm not rationing the tool now. That's not fair. That's not fair to say I'm rationing the tool. Oh yeah, I'm rationing the tool. No, I'm not. I rather would be with a woman right now. But when I was with a woman, I did ration the tool. I met her in March and we parted ways in May, and we must have gotten together on the shuffle up and the hustle up about 5 times in that time period. I'm serious. 5 times. I rationed it. I planned it out. Telling the truth. That's rationing the tool. This is not rationing. This is like just me in the boring, safe neighborhood in the suburbs. Timid Deer Lane, as in Boondocks fame. That's where I am right now. I'm not in the city. If I was in the city, I would have been a problem. I would have ran through at least 50 bitches right now. But that's what it is. We eating on Dolly Parton's. We're not eating on Patron's corpse. Fact. We're smoking. Get on Tinder. I might get back. I was on Tinder for a little while, but it's expensive. It's expensive to be on. If you want to really do Tinder, you have to pay up. So I was on Tinder for a good minute, but I was like, I'm good. I have to do the cheap route, the Facebook route, which is horrible. Their dating service is trash. Get yourself a girl with Dolly's rack size. Hey, well, if she's out there, once it hits 0, I'm out of here. By the way, once that eye you see hits 0, I'm out. That's the one thing. I might miss it, but if it goes to 0, then I'm out. Y'all, it's only 2 of you guys right now. Dolly's Judge is gonna have their own. That was a good joke. That was good. He said Dolly's Judge is gonna have their own casket. That's a body sit, not eye. That's a body sit, not eye. It looks like an eye to me, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the eye next to the time. The live feed time and the eye. Okay, it goes up to 2. Goes up to 2. Okay, great. Two watching now. On our screen, a body. I don't see it. Or maybe you don't have it. I don't know. But there's 2 people. Okay, 2 people. It's cool. It's cool. 2 people. So Dolly Parton on Hood, telling you, hardest nigga on the block. He's probably crying his eyes out because of Dolly Parton. Telling the truth. That's just reality. Somewhere around the hardest niggas in Nicaragua, and the hardest niggas in Rio de Janeiro, hardest niggas in Ghana and Nigeria and Lagos, crying their eyes out because of Dolly Parton. Hardest nigga, chopped up about 6 people, killed like 19 people. crying his eyes out. Dolly Parton, Dolly Parton. She was a singer, yes. Poland is doing a moment of silence. Is that true? I don't know. I have to look that up. If she could just lay in state in the rotunda, that's not gonna happen. But she deserves it. The way she informed us and gave us great hits and stuff like that. No, no. She's too great. She was too great. She used her powers for good. Because she was selfish. This is an example of selfishness. Now 3 people want to come in. Okay, it's not going to go down to 0, I think. Sing a little bit of 9 to 5s. I already did. Why do you keep on saying sit? What is sit? And out of the late, great Dolly. I already said a few bars. I'm not going to sing it, but I'll just say the words. Drink a cup of ambition. I kind of sang it a little bit. I drink a cup of ambition. Won her a Grammy. She won a Grammy Award for that. She won 10 Grammys, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 11 if you count the honorary Grammy Award. But who cares? What happens now? None of that matters to her. But to us, it's like, whoa. She's got 11 Grammys. Yes. She sold over 100 million records. Damn. She was selfish. She wasn't a good person. But she tried hard and had the knack, her songwriting. She was a good person because she was selfish. Her party gonna be lit. Tennessee whiskey on tap. Yeah, that's right. Everybody's putting a drink up right now, I'm sure, in Tennessee. Putting up for, hailing a toast for the late great Dolly Parton. I'm pretty sure of it. Miley Cyrus is probably going to sing at the funeral. They're probably going to do it on TV. They have to do it. It's probably going to be on CNN or Fox or MS Now, I think it is now. They're probably going to do it. That's her No. That's her godmother, not her grandmother. She had no children. She couldn't be a grandmother. Pay-per-view. What do you? It's not going to be on pay-per-view. It's going to be on a news channel. It's going to be on a major network. I don't know. He's never been in my live. Or maybe he was in my live one time. I don't know what happened to Floyd Boy J. Hope he's cool, though. Dolly. Not Salvador Dali. Dolly Parton. Just class act all the way. Everything. I mean, who could say anything bad about her besides Jolene? Whoever this Jolene woman was. But she was just a great force. She was a life force. I don't think it's a confident that Charlie Kirk and Folly kicked the bucket almost a year apart. Why do you keep on saying sit? What is SIT? What is this sit stuff? She never had really anything controversial. I mean, she said some controversial stuff, but it was never negative. It was never like tearing anybody down or anything like that. I heard she was a great lover. I imagine. She had those fun bags. She had those meat balloons. Boobs. Yes. Who doesn't like boobs? Women love boobs. Men love boobs. Non-binary, whatever. Everybody. I mean, who does? Babies love boobs. Boobs are great. Tits are great. Tits are great. I looked it up today. She's surprised never posed nude. That's not a surprise. I couldn't imagine her posing nude. Not to say it's a bad thing. You know, it's tasteful. This is one of my longest shows ever. What Dolly Parton brought to the table was just something that nobody really expected. Said, "Oh, this girl from Tennessee, you know, she wants to sing country songs. She came from a poor family. She doesn't have any clout. She doesn't have any. Nobody's really gonna say anything about her." But this is like 1960s. And she was irrelevant all the way up to now. I would have loved to seen it. I'm sure you would have. Never did Playboy. She paved the way for the count to artists of Nashville. Fact. I think I understand what you're saying, Rick James. Are you on PCP right now, sir? 4 people in here right now, so I can't go. I can't leave yet. I'm gonna leave it probably 3 hours. 3 hours. It's gonna be pushing it. I don't think I've ever done a 3-hour show. I could be wrong, but I don't think I have. So people are coming in and out saying, "Oh, who is this nigga?" And like, I ain't trying to see this nigga. Fuck me. No Dolly, then no Taylor Swift, no Lady Gaga, no Whitney Houston, no Cher. Facts on facts on facts. No Britney Spears, no Christina Aguilera, no, oh my God, no, what's it? Gretchen Wilson. No, what's that? Took a Louisville sucker to his headline. Carrie Underwood. All of them. They all need to bow at her feet, or when the casket comes in, they need to all get on their knees and thank her for their careers. Show that respect. No Ellen DeGeneres. Sir, why no Ellen DeGeneres? Why did you just say no? This seems random. I was going with everybody else, but what is Ellen DeGeneres? Well, you're either Aretha Franklin. That's different. Aretha Franklin is kind of icon like Dolly. She was like on her own level. She was on her own level. Aretha Franklin is the greatest singer of all time. Well, the greatest soul singer. I mean, I have to be R&B, soul R&B singer of all time, Aretha. Because you can have people like I can't think of her name, but you have different people like her. I know who she is. I know Ellen DeGeneres, but what does that have to do with Dolly Parton? I don't understand. He said urethra. But no, Dolly Parton, she just had an aura. She is one of those people with an aura around her. I've been told I have an aura around me. Her milk jugs turn a lot of straight women the other way. Oh, now it makes sense. Okay, gotcha. So, Halle Berry, hallelujah. No, but Dolly Parton, just blew people out of the water. I think remember Ellen saying she turned the other way after watching Dolly perform on Grand Ole Opry. We need facts on that, sir. We can't just, you can say whatever you want, but it doesn't mean it's true. Mr. Rick James. Rick James is going hard in the paint right now. I haven't seen him in weeks. It hadn't been literally weeks since I saw Rick James on my live. It's been a long time. Now it goes down to 2. Number 2, as Nikki Glazer would say. Rick James, talk about Nikki Glazer while I talk about Dolly Parton. Didn't have any kids. So where's the money going? Did she say it's going to the charity? It's going to her foundation? You don't know who Nikki Glazer is? Look up Nikki Glazer. She's my favorite female comedian. We lost Bumbo. Yeah, Bumbo's somewhere in here. I think Bumbo's still in here. There's 2 people in here. You and Bumbo, I think. But look up Nikki Glazer. She's my favorite comedian right now. Is she like Mia Khalifa? No, she's not. But she does have a name that's suggestive, though. But it's for a weird way. But that's her actual given name. Nicole Glazer. And I'm Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole. Who said that? Who said that? Oh my God. I pretty much gave it away, but now 3 people are in here. Nikki Glazer is a white old woman in America, sir. She's middle aged, but she's not old, I would say. She's like 41, 42, something like that. She looked like she can be Dolly's daughter. She has great jokes. I just love her jokes. She has some of the best jokes about the female anatomy, especially. So if anybody had a problem with Dolly Parton, I mean, just Jolene. There's nobody else. Jolene is the only person in the world. Whoever this woman was that was flirting with her husband, the only way she got back at her was with a genius move. She could have slapped the fire out of that bitch. She could have punched her in her shit. She could have done a lot of things. She could have thrown her down a flight of stairs. She said, you know what? I'm not even going to be mad at her. I'm going to just write this song. And it still bangs to this day. And that was what, in the 60s or 70s, something like that? Are you kidding me? What song will Dolly be best known for? I think the song she wrote. The song, either Jolene or I just said it. Jolene or I'll Always Love You. I think she'll be best known for Dollywood. She will be known for Dollywood, but I don't think best known. I think she'll probably be best known for her singing and the fact that she gave away books to kids. I think those are going to be her biggest accomplishments. There is literacy in America. Kids are reading. Adults, man, maybe not so much. Teens, But young kids are reading. She had 25 #1 hit songs on the country charts. 25. Isle of Dreams. That's another. She helped out niggas' careers. She didn't do much. She helped out Whitney Houston. She helped out Maya. She helped out Praz and ODB. Ghetto Superstar. Ghetto Superstar. That is what you are. Coming from afar. Reaching for the star. Run away with me. To another place. We can lie on each other. What we're gonna do. Yeah, that was Isle of Dreams. I don't even know the words for Isle of Dreams, but it's the same interpolation. Sir, will you cover the death of Ringo Starr whenever it happens? Most likely. And say what like Talib Kweli said, till the last Beatle drops. He said to the last Beatle drops. I'll cover whoever is, humongous in the game. Ringo is definitely humongous in the game. He's a Beatle. So I'm definitely gonna do his idea. Jimmy Page. He's a rocker. I know. Jimmy Page is from what band? What band is Jimmy Page from? I can't remember. I cannot remember for the life of me. We just lost a singer on Village People. You didn't cover him. No, he wasn't humongous. He's not like Dolly Parton. They didn't stop, TV shows and stuff like that and have whole segments dedicated to him. Black Sabbath. Thank you, Jimmy Page. Okay. So is he one of the guitarists? I'm not. I'll be a poser if I said, or I am a poser when it comes to classic rock. I know, singles and some of the bands, excuse me, on the radio that I listen to in the Philly radio station, MGK 102.9 with my dad. But other than that, I'm a poser when it comes to rock. I'm a less of a poser with hip hop. But I'm still kind of a poser with hip hop because there's a time from the 80s and in the early 90s and then the late 2000 the late let me stop. The early 2000 teens and the early 2020s, I don't know who these people are. I have no clue who they are. I didn't cover the ZZ Top drummer. You see, you didn't even know his name. He kicked the bucket. I didn't know his name. I don't remember his name. I don't even know who he was like that. And then they didn't stop traffic for him. They stopped traffic for Dolly Parton. They stopped traffic for Dolly Parton. So Dolly Parton is a legend for all time. She was a legend for forever, enshrined in the American Songbook. She wrote over 3,000 songs. I know she got money from 3,000 songs from songwriting. That's where the money is. Songwriting. Dolly Parton, wow, Rick James says. But yeah, that's where it is. It's in songwriting. It's not in the singing. It's in the writing. That's where the credits go. That's where the money goes. That's where the mechanical royalties go, the residuals. I think she'll be, it's an understatement, sir. I think she'll be remembered. Of course she'll be remembered. She had a humongous impact on America and the world. She sold out arenas. She sold out, performing at concerts, the Grand Ole Opry, and all kinds of places. Had her own goddamn theme park. Who could say they had a theme park after their name? I'm gonna just be like Dollywood. Hell, why not? And she did it. That's beautiful. She was like, I'm gonna have my own theme park. God damn it. It's gonna be called Dollywood. What are you gonna do about it? They teach Dolly Parton in elementary schools. Now they have children's books on her. Yes, true, Rick James. Now you're seeming very solid, very sober. Dollywood roller coaster cars are shaped like Dolly's. Is that right? Have you been there? Have you ever been to Dollywood? I've never been there. Now once again, ticket sales are probably going to go up. There's going to be a lot more people that's going to frequent her because she died. Like, oh my God. Well, it's like, is she dead yet? Oh, she's dead? Oh my God. Hey, oh, wow. Oh, wow. We have to talk about it. We have to say something. We have to do something. This is human nature. It's human nature. All her songs, different songs are going to go on the charts. Whatever chart song she didn't have, at least 3,000 songs, but at least 1% of that. What is 1% of 3,000? Like 300? I can't even tell. I don't know. But 1% is gonna go to the radio show and the Billboard charts. Let me see. Billboard, they probably have a goddamn field day right now. Dolly Parton, one of country music's biggest and brightest icons, dies at 80. Parton was one of the most influential songwriters to hit Nashville or the world. I said that, the world. I can't read anything because Billboard's got a paywall. Oh no, I can't read it. They're just saying that if you want to read further. Her husband died at 82 years old. That's wild. Yes, Sir, in the 70s, her greatest hits album will be in the charts in a few days. Watch. Yeah, I can see that. I'm not ashamed to say I cried over an old white woman I couldn't have married. That's true. There's nothing to be ashamed over. You died over. I mean, you cried over Dolly Parton. It's pretty serious. You think I outlived? Yeah, you outlived her. Well, you were younger than her, so. You could have married her, yeah. And that's just the we're all gonna die. It's a weird thing. You know you're gonna die one day. You don't know unless you're gonna commit suicide. You don't really know when or how, but you gotta go. The world will stop when we lose Madonna. Yeah. It depends how she goes. If she goes like Dolly, I don't know. But Madonna, she attracted negativity a lot of ways. Dolly Parton just didn't attract the negativity. I can't see anybody really hating on Dolly. I can see a lot of people hating on Madonna. I just can't see the hatred for Dolly Parton. Now 3 people. What the hell y'all doing, man? What are y'all doing? 3 people up in this mug. And I can feel the pills. If you ain't hearing in my voice, you probably can tell that the pills are doing their job on me right now. Rick James says she was negative because she never let us see her delicious mommy milkers, sir. It's not negative. She was just very, very she was very playful. Without being, she was a tease rather than, just explicit, and, she teased about it. She joked about it. And it was good surgery. She didn't look bad. She didn't look like a lot of these celebutantes and stuff like that. These women with all this surgery and stuff. She didn't look bad. It enhanced. Some people get surgery and they look like a Picasso painting. It's like crazy. It's like, what the hell? She didn't look bad with her surgeries. She looked like she just took everything in stride and was professional. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like she was professional and, on point, and it just, was a force for good. Sir, will you cover Charo when she gets to buy? It depends. Probably not. Coochie. She deserves coverage. Well, maybe, I don't know. If you send me some donations, I'll I'll cover anybody. I'll cover your dead dog. I'll cover your gerbil when he kicks the bucket or she kicks the bucket. I'll cover your dead fish. Just make sure those donations are rolling. Now Rick James gets quiet. He never sent me $1, one dime. But I'm cool with that because Rick James is the truth. He's a day one. So I'm not gonna force him or trying to badger him to get for me to get a dollar out of him. But he gets quiet when I start saying that. He slows down on his words. See, he's laughing because it's the truth. Laughing at my dumb ass. 3 people in here. When it goes to 0, I am out. I'm out. I'm about to take Dolly's taking a dirt nap. And I'm about to take a long summer's nap. Okay, now Rick James, you're definitely hitting the PCP. Hard body karate. He says Charo is arguably better than Dolly. Yup, you're definitely hitting the PCP, sir. You're definitely hitting that PCP. Put down. What is it? A pipe? What is it? They call it water too. PCP. How do you ingest PCP? Is he smoking it? You smoke it, right? I think you do. You've been smoking it. You put down the pipe, sir. Put down that pipe. Talking at the side of your neck. The angel does. Yeah, the angel does. Angel does PCP. Water. They call it water. The Joker's last joke. No, but she just... it warms my mind. I hate to say heart, because everyone's like, the heart. It warms my mind just thinking about her. Just considering her. That's the beauty, too. Understanding who she is and what she does. Dolly did PCP once. Oh, yeah, that's definitely non-factual. You need to research that. I would rather you not say that's the truth. Consider the magic of her song. So the PCP drove the lyricism of her best hits. Okay, got you. Understood. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to tie together Aaliyah and Dolly Parton. I wonder what she would have said when Aaliyah died. What did Dolly Parton say? She said, "Oh my God, she was just a baby." Her picture is saying that. I don't know if she said it. She could have been like, "Well, this is another dead nigger. I ain't gotta write a song for her." I don't know. It's another dead black bitch. Oh well. I don't know. It's all conjecture. It's probably not true. It's highly improbable. Yes, sir, Rick James says. Yes, sir. Sir Rick James with the Z at the end. Dolly wanted to write a song when her left eye kicked the bucket too, but she never got around to it. Yeah, it's an interesting thing about left eye. But 25 years for Aaliyah. 25 years is a long time, but it's like time moves so fast that it doesn't even matter. I mean, 25 years is nothing. She had the plane ride. She died mainly of force trauma to the head and burns. She had burns on her body. And nobody survived the crash. Nobody survived the crash. It's very sad. I didn't cry when Aaliyah died, but did when Left Eye did. Why'd you cry when Left Eye died, not Aaliyah? R. Kelly paid the pilot, sir. Ooh. That's not factual. I'm not trying to get sued. I can't say that. I can't say that. But I was gonna do conspiracisms. Let's do them right now. Let's do the conspiracisms for the rest of the time. I'm only going to do it 3 hours, or until it goes to 0. If it goes to 0 before 3 hours, I'm out of here. But I'm gonna just do conspiracisms. Jay-Z and Beyonce allegedly drugged Aaliyah. Allegedly, I'm not sure. This is a conspiracism. This has no basis in reality, and it's not malicious. They drugged her and put her on that plane. She had sleeping pills. She didn't even know about the weight of the plane. She didn't even have that. She's just so tired, and she had the sleeping pills. She was on the plane and erect. Okay, so that's false. Okay, I know it's a fallacy. I know it's a conspiracism. I know it's not true, and it's not malicious. Malicious would say they did it exactly on purpose. They gave her some sleeping pills to try to keep her from staying awake, the whole time after the video shoot. It wasn't Beyonce. He has the accent mark over the E. It was R. Kelly and Britney Spears. Britney Spears, that's a new one. I never thought about that. Britney Spears and R. Kelly. I thought it would have been Jay-Z and paying for the pilot, allegedly, and this is a conspiracism. And he put him up in the position to fly the plane. That's another conspiracism. He ensured, allegedly, that the plane be loaded down with baggage and people and everything and luggage and all that. He made sure of that. Again, I have no facts. These are all conspiracisms. It's not real. The true story is that R. Kelly had a lot to lose with details of his relationship with Aaliyah making headlines, so he teamed up with Britney Spears because she wanted to be top of the charts. They teamed together, and now they are haunted by the ghost of Aaliyah. Ooh, seems like a movie plot. Sounds like a good movie plot. But these are just conspiracisms. It's not real. Don't sue me on anything, because I'm telling you the truth right now. I'm telling you this is not malicious. This is just thoughts that come to mind. It's conspiracisms and fallacies and things like that don't really match up with reality. They're just fun to say. This is true, sir. One person, that's Rick James. Rick James didn't leave yet. Got about 21 minutes. Lots of reports proving it so. I see 2 now. Now, it used to say 1, but now I see 2. And he has the shrugs. What's the next conspiracy? Beyonce was supposed to be on that flight, but she was supposed to be on the whole show. She was supposed to be in, Bahamas, learning the dance moves that Aaliyah would do, and wait for Hype Williams. Well, where was Hype Williams, by the way? Did Hype Williams have something to do with it? He directed the video, didn't he? Rock the Boat, which is a really explicit, like it's a little kid song. I mean, little kids singing "Rock the Boat, Rock the Boat." 7 years old, 8 years. I was 13 years old when that song came out. Aaliyah is a bigger loser than Beyonce would have ever have been in it. Okay, but I was saying, Rock the Boat. I mean, Forge It In Me Deeper. Like, what the? Wow, really? Little kids forge it in. Like, I don't know. That's minors. Like, god damn, that song was raw. I said, god damn. I didn't even know that much about sex back then, but I knew about the song Peaches and Cream. I know that I'm a fiend. Getting freaky in a bit limousine. Even better when it was ice cream. Know what I mean? Peaches and cream. R. Kelly's video idea, the Pied Piper of hip hop. I would imagine that's so. I would imagine that's so. But Aaliyah had, she had a mystique about her. You have to really respect her mystique. The glasses and the Tommy Hilfiger and the baggy jeans and the hair straight down. And the really shy demeanor. Really shy. She was not all up in your face and saying stuff like that, She was very, very reserved, very quiet, very to herself. Brooklyn, you're still on. You're going for a 24-hour live stream. Her showing off her navel. Yeah, exactly. Salute to Brooklyn. Yeah. 3 people in here now. It's Art. It's Rick James, Brooklyn, and somebody that's really shy. Not doing 24 hours, even though that was somebody. Kai, what was his name? Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat did 24 hours, I think, or something like that. Something close to that. Her navel cavity. I see you really miss Dolly. Yeah, I really miss Dolly. She was just a great person. She was a white woman in America who was an icon and a legend. And just captured the whole spirit of America. Saying if you really want to do something, there's nobody that can stop you. The only one that can stop you is yourself. Unless there's an Iago that just wants to see destruction in your world end. But for the most part, everything is on you to make your life better. I can get you a blow-up doll. Well, I appreciate that. And a great lover. She got around like being used. Okay. I don't know the veracity of that notion. So it's just Aaliyah, she was 22 when she died. 22. This is a top 5 Skylar Saunders Sees episode, maybe top 3. Well, I don't go by Skylar Saunders Sees anymore. It's just Sky Saunders. That's it. It's Sky Saunders. I will always love you. Exactly. That song, it's just bittersweet memories. Like, I just call back times with my girlfriends and just like, we're laughing, we're talking about stuff, and And I may never see them ever again in my life. But the time we had together, you know. And I wish for you joy. See, Dolly Parton had. I was about to get to Whitney Houston. That's so funny. That's crazy. Dolly Parton had the songwriting genius. But when it hit with Whitney Houston, it was like Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan. You know, Dolly Parton was Phil Jackson. Whitney Houston was Michael Jordan. She wrote the song. She kind of talked that part where she's like, and I wish for you joy and happiness, but above all things, I wish you love. She sang that. Whitney Houston sang that part. She went to you joy and happiness. She went joy. That joy really just. She didn't have to. She could have been like, I wish for you joy. She said, I wish for you joy and happiness. She didn't have to do that. Because Dolly didn't even do that. She just like talked it through. And then she started singing again. But she wrote it. She was the writer. That's what you want to be. You want to be the writer. If you're going into the music business, if you're going into the publishing business, be the writer. If you're going into movies, you got to be a producer. Producers get all the money. If you're going into publishing, you gotta be a writer. If you're in song publishing, songwriting, be the writer. It's just amazing just to consider her life, how far she's gone, or how far she went from humble beginnings. I mean, that's the thing too. It just pisses me off. Oh, the millionaires and billionaires. Not even the millionaires, but mainly billionaires. Figuratively, she was a billionaire. Will Putin make a statement on the passing of Parton? 4 people in the room, let's hear your voices. She was born on a farm. Well, was it a farm? It might have been a farm. I think it was a farm. But she was born in a 1-room shack with 10 other siblings. Must have been an interesting time in that outhouse. But goddamn, just crazy. She slept next to the horses and calves. I don't know about all that, Rick James, but she certainly did, her chores on the farm, I think. Can imagine the smell, yeah. Both human and animal. Three people in the room. I don't know who you are besides Rick James. I think Brooklyn maybe. And somebody that's really shy. So a serious question. Okay, you got a serious question for me, Rick James. What is it going to be? Go. Shoot me with your best shot. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot. See, I don't even know who that singer is. I should know. I listened to the song so many times. Is it Jet? What's her name? Jet? I don't know. Do you think she would have been as famous if Iraq was smaller? That's actually a great question. Wham, sir. I don't think that's Wham. No. But that's a great question because that's serious. That's like, that was her image. Sadly. Sadly because like if it was the case, like she didn't have any brains or talent or something like that, and she just had her breasts, that'd be sad. But they boosted her because she could walk into a room and like, oh well, damn, she means business. She's got some big old titties. But and especially that story I said earlier, you know, she gave a whole minute for the men to stare at her breasts and then get to business afterwards. You know, if that's a true story, I don't know, but the rack added personality. Yeah, I mean, it made her, you know, talk about them. Almost every interview, she said something about her breasts. Yes, it brought the attention to her. Yes, it's true. It's very true. So it's going up. It's going up. I think that, you know, Dolly Parton can be considered, you know, just one of the greatest country singers of all time, and probably one of the greatest singers, period, of all time. Or of all time, period. I think at one point in every straight man life, they took the chicken to Dolly Parton rag. Except me, I haven't. I could, right now. It's a little macabre. She definitely had a way about her, though. Definitely had a way about her. Now I get the hiccups. Great. I must have once or twice. Wouldn't put it past you, Rick James. Wouldn't put it past you. I just love how, you know, the outpouring of memorials and the flowers, cards, and candy, and the candles. Yeah, the flower cards and candles. That's what it is. That are going to be laid at the site of Dollywood, and her funeral is going to be amazing. She's going to have like a gold casket or a platinum casket or all white everything with the cotton balls or something. She said I've been, you know, working all day, working on my life or something like that, and I need some rest. Let me just have some cotton, you know, cotton lining to rest easily or something like that. People should start sending care packages. To whom? The family? Maybe they already have. But I don't think she needs them. Or her family doesn't need them. No, I made tomorrow the Target costume controversy. Yeah, I'm gonna probably talk about that tomorrow. This day was ruled by Dolly Parton and someone of the 25th anniversary of Aaliyah. That got pushed way to the side. A dead black bitch and a dead white woman. Rather talk about the dead white woman. A geriatric senior citizen who's here no more. So I'm going to end with this. This is Shakespeare. They call it, hold on. Rick James saying, we eating on Dolly Grace today. Well, we're not. That was amazing. I'll continue crying over. All right, so I've said this before, but they call this the Scottish play. That's all I'm going to say. Look up Scottish play. You know what it is. Act 5, Scene 5. Sitting up in that castle. This guy, okay, he says, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. creeps in this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I'll continue. I like to be in bosom of Dolly. So 707 Cortez must have been that next person. So it's Rick James and 707. Salute to you, sir. Appreciate you for coming and staying in. Amen. But yeah, there's a few things with that though. Life is walking shadow. Death is the walking shadow. I'm correcting Shakespeare. I'm annotating his lines. A poor player, a rich player. Life is grand. Struts and frets his hour upon the stage. Okay, but make sure he makes a presence upon the stage. And the last part, life is but is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. It's got to signify something. Dolly Parton's life signifies something. He's saying in death, it signifies nothing. In life, it signifies everything. Death doesn't matter. I talked about that before. Salute to you, 707. Tell 66 people about me. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that donate button too. Appreciate it. And that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. You gotta do a lot of work. I do a lot of work. You do a lot of work. Appreciate it. But no, life has to signify something. It has to mean something. Death doesn't mean anything. Death is an equalizer. You know, the lowest person with $2 in the bank and is dead now is equal to, Queen Elizabeth II. They're in the same exact position. Dolly Parton and then some street urchin that just got shot and killed in the street. They have the same amount of money. They have zero. Their money doesn't matter anyway. They don't. It doesn't. That signifies nothing. Death is the great equalizer, as Dr. Jerome Brooke has pointed out, and many others. But he's celebrated that. He made that more common, made it more idealized. He championed it. That's the word I'm trying to think of. No, Dolly Parton did not walk and stretch. What? I messed up the lines. Let me see. I think it's walks and struts. I can't say it without the lines. But Dolly Parton definitely signified something. She had a full life. Had no kids. It's like Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand didn't have any kids. She was married. She was married for 50 years. That's an interesting thing. They had longevity without any kids. No question, let's have children. None of that. And they continued on with their lives. And it was beautiful. I like that. I like that idea. I like the idea of not getting or having kids. Maybe not even getting married. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But that's just the reality of it. I just say in closing, Dolly Parton was a rare breed. She was all about positivity. She was all about greatness. She was all about making money. She was all about life. And that's what she continued to do until the day she died. She worked until the day she died. 80 years ago. 80 years ago, who would have never known that little girl in that one-room shack with a multicolored coat, the coat of many colors, would have become a superstar for all the world to see. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you. I will talk about more topics tomorrow. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the donate button. And I will see you sometime on the morrow. Take care.